What we have here is a vintage manual for for toilet installation. As you can see here, it is in Spanish. You can see the American Standard logo here, but actually this was made by Incesa Standard, which was sort of the American Standard products for the Central American market, and hence the Spanish language, as you can see here. This was the type of manual that you could find whenever you purchased a new toilet. This was found inside the tank, usually. Or if not, it could be inside the bowl, but usually it came within the tank with all the accessories and stuff. So you pulled out this manual right here. It would aid you into how to install a toilet. This is for a two-piece model. It could be used for any of the models, of the two-piece models, either round bowl or elongated bowl, to for installation purposes. This is very old, as you can see here, and it was used by Incesa Standard from all the way from the 80s up to well into the early 2000s actually. You can see the illustrations here, and they just don't make things like this anymore. This was almost, I can say that this was done by hand, as you can see here. A real artist put these things together to make it look like that. You won't see manuals like this anymore. All modern manuals are more graphic, and they're actually available even in PDF format, so you can download it from your computer and read them from there. So this is basically a piece of collection. Now, in order to view it, you have to unfold it. Give me just a second here. And there we go. See? It shows what you need in order to install a toilet. The wax gasket, flange, bolts and nuts. These, of course, are not included within the toilet. So that's, as you might know, have to be brought up separately. However, what toilets do include are the sort of covers, the plastic covers that hide these nuts and bolts. Okay, from there. Again, you can notice this is for Central America because, as you might know, most houses there are made out of cement, blocks and cement. And the floor is no exception. It's a granite floor with cement on the bottom, as you can see here. Placa de concreto, which means cement block. Floor. So it starts by saying that you have to make a hole on the floor wide enough in order to fit the flange on the sewage tube. See? You can pause the video at any time if you want to read this and translate it if you want to know their equivalent in English. But see, it shows how the flange must look on the floor. Let's move on. This part shows where to put the wax gasket, on the bottom of the toilet bowl. Putting the bolts on the flange. And last thing on this first page is the recommendation of not pasting the toilet bowl with cement, because this would create a big trouble if you ever need to remove it to fix any problem, any obstruction. So here the big no. Of course, the risks of using a chisel and mace to try to take it out of the floor. Let's see. Here are the plastic covers that I was mentioning. These usually come with the toilet. And it shows how this should be arranged. Toilet, screws, bolts, nuts, washers, and covers. See, all of this was drawn by a real artist. Okay, toilet bowl has been fitted to the floor, so now we move on to the section, the tank section. Here it is. Okay, it shows all the accessories that come within the tank. Of course, the main valve and the feeding tube here, that one's not included. But all the rest of the things are like this. See? Flush valve, flushing handle, float, water valve where the float goes. Turning around, okay, it shows how to describing the parts of the tank where each thing must go. Handle, water valve, flush valve, the bolts that hold the tank to the bowl, etc. Okay, this part shows how to install the the intake valve. Then we move on to installing the flush valve, which is right here, with its gasket, of course, to make a seal between the tank and the bowl, so as not to let water out every time you flush the toilet. Next goes installation of the flush handle, and here with its nut to fix it to the tank. Then connecting the flush handle with the flush valve, you can see, and then the floating mechanism with the water valve. Okay. We're almost done. So now it's time to bolt the tank onto the bowl. Connecting the intake valve to the flush valve. And everything ready to put in the screws here to connect the tank with the bowl. And finally, the feeding water supply, the control valve, and the feeding water tube that goes to the water valve in the tank. Alright, and finally here we see the Incesa Standard logo. Again, basically the American standard of Central America. Back to the first page. Okay guys, hope you enjoyed this quick video of this vintage toilet installation manual. If you liked it, please share, like, and subscribe, and see you in the next time. Bye bye.